What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. NFL DFS video. We are breaking down Sunday Night Football. We've got the Rams. We've got the Eagles. We've got it all. We're very excited to bring you this game. So if you've never been here before, welcome to the channel. Make sure you check out our, depending when you watch this video, I guess, all of the content that we put out for Week 12. A huge day that we've had. If you're watching this early, hopefully you still have time to check that out. But what we're going to do is we're going to go look into some industry secrets of how to break down these showdowns, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. We're going to look at all of the statistics through the last season and this season, and then we are going to hopefully make you a better DFS player. And what I mean by that is we look into that and we go through the lineups. We build a lineup on FanDuel, DraftKings, and Yahoo for you guys. And hopefully you bring home the bacon. Now, a lot of people have said they have, and that's awesome. So if you have, let us know. But also make sure you check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com for all of your content, whether or not it's NBA, whether or not it is PGA, MMA. We've got it for you. So our sponsor for these videos and all videos, Outlier.bet. Make sure you check them out. The link to sign up is down below. In the description, you can also find our free Discord as well. But for this game, we like to look into it a little bit. We see the Eagles are 8-2, the Rams are 5-5. You see the Eagles are a 2.5-point favorite with an over-under of 48.5. So what I love about Outliers, you can go in, you can break it down, whether or not you want to go prop bets, you want to see how they've done. Philly, when they're the moneyline favorite, they've won 8 of their last 10. They've won 6 straight games, and that's what the green indicates. The Rams, they are 5 of 5, so 5 of their last 10. So we look through all that. You can look at the spreads. You can look at the matchups, the injuries, the insights. Everything is there. So if you want to check it out, check out the link down below. So we are going to use our matchup tool, which is a completely free tool for you. Go to NFL matchup tool right here, and you can see the defenses, how they do their opponents, what they rank against each position. So the Rams rank 16th, giving up 17.5 against the quarterback, where the Eagles rank 4th against 14. So maybe Matt Stafford's not the best pick according to what they've done this year. The Rams defense against the running back ranked 10th, still give up 21.6. We see the Eagles rank 5th, 17.9. Then you see we've got the Rams against the wide receivers ranked 22nd, give up 35.8. So Eagles wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, maybe they're in for a good game. We'll see. They ranked 22nd, but the Eagles secondary and defense against the Rams, or against the wide receivers, they're first. They're the best. Give up an average of 26.5. It's still Cooper Kupp. It's still Puka Nacua. Like, they still have the 2 studs. So, both wide receiver ones and a team, wide receiver 1 A and B. Maybe we look at that. Maybe the defense is something to be proud of here. And then tight ends, Rams 26, ranked 14.6. So Dallas Goedert could be in store, or Calcaterra could be in store for a good game. And then the Eagles defense 7th against the opposing tight end, only giving up 9.7. So I'm going to put this on the other screen. Before we get started, I do want to say we did launch a second channel on YouTube, and we are having a giveaway. So everyone who logs in or follows this channel, so subscribes to It's the History of, I'm going to put that link in the description of this video. But if you subscribe to that channel, go to this video, watch the entirety of the 13 minutes, and leave a comment. Next Saturday, when we do our breakdown video for the main slate, we are going to have a giveaway for 1 month of FTA Plus for everyone who subscribes to this channel. So make sure you check out that. That'll be down below. So just kind of looking at statistics from last year. These are the data points and everything you need to know from last year through the first 12 weeks of Thursday Night Football here. So 84% of the winning lineups on DraftKings have contained at least one of the quarterbacks. I do think Jalen Hurts is going to be in the in the winning lineup here, so that's definitely one I want to look at. Only 6% of the winning lineups on DraftKings used all $50,000 salary. 16% of the winning lineups had a $200 or less player. As of now, none really jump out. I don't think many. Paris Campbell, if he's even up. Yeah, he hasn't played since week 7. I just don't think we're going to see much from that. So use that information. 80% of the winning lineups have used a $4,000 or less player. So Eagles defense down. Eagles defense could be a really good play here. You got Tutu Atwell, I don't know. Kenneth Gainwell you might use a little bit. Jahan Dotson. You could see some plays here. I just don't think we're going to go to the $200 range. Average lineup used, $47,500 worth of salary. And then we look at the stacks. So stacking is big. We obviously know that stacking's huge. In this game, it does have an over-under of 48.5, which I don't mind. That's pretty high over-under for a Sunday Night Football game. 4-2 stack has been the winning stack 44% of the time. A 3-3 stack has been 36% of the time, and a 5-1 stack only 21% of the time. And then we get into the captain percentages. Now, it will be dictated by the games and how it works, but wide receivers make up 39% of the time in the captain spot, the winning lineup. So wide receivers are by a big margin, the big one there. Obviously, we know Joe Mixon the other night on Thursday night was the play. So not always going to be a wide receiver. It will just depend on the game script, the defenses, and stuff like that. 28% of the time it's been a running back. So Saquon Barkley is in a good spot here. I do like Saquon here. 17% of the time it's been a quarterback. We know that in this game, probably not Matt Stafford, but we're looking at Jalen Hurts, who can get the tush push, get 2+ touchdowns with his legs, and he can throw for 2+ as well. So I could definitely see a mixture and see a quarterback being Jalen Hurts being the captain spot. 7% of the time it's been a tight end, so maybe Dallas Goedert today. 7% of the time it's been a defense, so maybe the Eagles defense over the Rams. And then 2% of the time it's been a kicker. I don't think it comes down to a kicker today. I could always be wrong, but I'm probably not putting a kicker for my captain spot there. So let's build some lineups. Let's look at them. I think kicker could be in store for like a flex spot. I don't think we're looking at a kicker for a captain spot today. So, and speaking of that, I think I want to try to get a Jalen Hurts less lineup here and have both kickers. We got to get a little creative, got to get a little different. I think Barkley's still at the top. Oh, no. I think Barkley's still at the top for your captain spot. I think A.J. Brown makes a lot of sense there. I think Cooper Kupp can make a lot of sense. Even though the Eagles' defense has been pretty good, the only way to get these big guys here, we have to get our kickers in here. Jake Elliott. We got Cardi. And now we're at 4,000. So you got the Eagles defense, which they're in a store for a good game. So we are looking at a 4-2 stack with Philly. We've got Barkley at the top. We've got the Eagles defense in there. We do have both kickers. So this is one lineup. Now, this is not the only lineup we're going to build. This is just a different way of how I build lineups and how I try to help you guys, hopefully, bring home the bacon. Essentially, that's what we're looking at. So let's say the Eagles go up big and the Rams need to throw it a ton. Matt Stafford can throw it a ton. We know he's got a cannon. I know the Eagles defense is pretty good. It just really depends on what we think is going to happen. So Jalen Hurts being a captain spot, I'm okay with that. I think we get Cooper. I think if they are playing from behind, Cooper Kupp and Nakua both have to hopefully play well. And to play well, Matt Stafford has to throw it to him. Now we're at 3,000 per one. So, again, we go down a little bit lower. You could get a Kenneth Gainwell in there. I know that hasn't been doing much. 43 yards, 30 yards, but he hasn't really vultured a touchdown, which is kind of what we're looking at. Colby Parkinson, touchdown last week, only one target. So this is the problem. It looked like he fell out of favor. Then he got a touchdown last Sunday, but he only had one target, and that was it. You got to get a little creative at his $2,000 player. I think Colby Parkinson could be there. So you got the Rams here as a 4 stack there. But then where are we looking at for Philly? Do we want to look at Calcaterra? Now, I know with Goddard being back, hasn't really done much. We could look at Kenneth Gainwell. You could throw him in there. We've left 1,000 on the table. It is more of a Rams stack in my mind. I'm building this because I think the Eagles are going to be up big, and Matt Stafford's going to have to throw the ball very well. The problem is he has been spreading the ball out so much that, Cooper Kupp's a big name. Puka is a big name. You got Colby Parkinson. You got Tutu Atwell. You've got so many mouths to feed in this offense, but Stafford can throw the touchdowns. Now, I think he had 4 last week. Yeah, 4 touchdowns last week, 295 yards, 27.8 fantasy points. So even against a defense like New England, he did well. I think this is a lineup that not a lot of people are going to be on. I think the majority of people are going to be on a Philly stack 100%, which I completely understand. That makes a lot of sense to me. But we got to get a little different here. So, that being said, the Rams against tight ends aren't very good. So let's see what we could build with a Dallas Goedert captain spot. Jalen Hurts goes in there. I think Stafford could go in there as well. Now we have 3 spots available, 6,800 left. I think we could get Puka in there. Still at 5,700, 11,400 is left. The one that we haven't talked about is Davis Allen. Now, like I said, the Rams have a ton of mouths to feed. Didn't do anything last week against there, but against Miami, did have 34 yards. Hasn't been a huge pick here, but 1,600 will allow us to pay up at other positions. So we can still get A.J. Brown in there. We could still get Cooper Kupp in there. Now, while people I think might go with Cooper Kupp, you could think about it a little bit different. And they might go Kyron Williams. I think I want to go A.J. Brown. I want to use all of the salary. So I've got 3 Rams, 3 Eagles, and that's kind of where I want to go in that situation. So those are just 3 different lineups to build with Sunday Night Football. Again, get creative a little bit because that is where you take down a showdown. Yes, there's going to be a ton of people that split. I completely understand that. But got to be a little bit different when you're trying to build those lineups if you really, truly want to take down any sort of showdown or try or vie for first place in those lineups. So that's our DraftKings. Now we'll look at FanDuel. Now FanDuel has 1 less spot available. The salary is 10,000 more, but the pricing is completely different compared to what we are used to with like DraftKings. And if you played Yahoo, it's completely different as well. So again, you can find all this information for Fantasy Team Advisors. You can look at the NFL tab from everything down below if you guys are interested in that. So I think MVP, I think, like I said, Jalen Hurts, I think he makes it to the top. I want him to throw it to A.J. Brown at 12.5. I think we get Stafford in there because I think they're going to be playing from behind. I think I want Stafford throwing, depending on who he's going to be throwing it to. I don't know if we put anyone there. I think Kyron Williams could be in the spot. So now we're at 10,000. You got Dallas Goedert, who's in a good spot. You do have Demarcus Robinson that you could put in for Stafford to throw it to. If we look at Demarcus Robinson last week, hasn't done anything the past couple of weeks. Against Seattle, did have 94 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. So he's always in a good spot. Now, that is a sneaky spot for me because I think everyone's going to be on Puka. Everyone's going to be on Kupp. Demarcus Robinson could be sneaky. So we've got Stafford throwing it or handing it off to Kyron Williams, dumping off passes to Williams, throwing it to Robinson. Then we have Hurts throwing it to A.J. Brown. And I do not mind that lineup whatsoever. Another one we could kind of look at for an MVP spot, if you do believe it's going to be Saquon, completely understand. Let's see what we can build with Saquon. So he's at the very top at 16. I think Hurts dumps passes off or hands them off to him. So I look at that. I do still like Dallas Goedert in this situation. If you've ever seen, if anyone ever seen Prison Break, he looks like one of the, it reminds me of, let me pause the video. I'm going to find the real quick. Let me know if anyone sees this. My wife tells me and everyone tells me that when I think someone looks like someone, that I'm the only one that thinks that, and I'm crazy. Tell me Dallas Goedert doesn't look like this guy from Prison Break Season 1. I guess I kind of got to move my camera. Yes? Like, am I crazy or am I right? I think I'm right. I think I'm right. Let me know down in the comments down below, though. I think I'm right on that one. Okay. We'll get rid of that. Dallas Goedert is still in there in a good spot that I do like. So you got 2 spots available, 9,700. Let's put a kicker in there. Let's put Joshua Carty in there for the Rams. And then we are looking at 11,000. So we can go Kyron Williams. We could go, oh, I guess Devonta Smith is out of this game. So I didn't even realize that. So that would open up A.J. Brown. So, yeah, DeMarcus Robinson could be there. I think Kyren Williams is what I'm going to look at. So, Barkley at the top, Hurts, Goddard, Cardi, and Williams. Enter that lineup. Let's build one more lineup, just depending on who we could put. Let's put A.J. Brown. Or, you know what? One we haven't done. Let's put Matt Stafford as a spot. I think this is going to go crazy. I think people are like, what are you doing? But, you got to get creative, like I've said. So, one more lineup here. I'm going to put Stafford at the MVP spot. I want him to throw both to Cooper and Puka. I want Kyren Williams in there for dump-off passes as well. And that leaves us 10,500. We could go Dallas Goedert. Let's go Dallas Goedert. So, I do not mind that whatsoever. But, let's do one more. And I want to see what we can get up to if we add the Eagles as the MVP. Now, not necessarily always going to be the key. This is going to get a little crazy. But let's see us putting the Eagles as the captain spot. We got Hurts in there. Throwing to Brown. We're still averaging 12,000. Let's put in Kyren Williams. And now we're at 13,000. We can have Puka in there. We can have Stafford in there, which I don't think we want Stafford if we have the Eagles defense. Puka could be a one-off there. So we look at that. That is 3 Philly, 2 Rams, Kyren Williams, Puka. And then we got the Eagles defense, and we got Jalen Hurts as well. So that is another lineup there. Just kind of, again, depending on the site you play on, it's a little different to be creative, to hopefully build some weird lineups that hit, that not a lot of people are on. But if you guys are watching this channel, maybe you will be on it, and maybe you can let us know in our Discord if you're at the top, if you won, if you had some fun. So we are going to do Yahoo. Not a ton of people play Yahoo. I completely get that. But there are a few, and they've been asking, could you do Yahoo? So we build it for FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo. We do for NBA, MLB once that comes back, NBA every day in those videos. If you haven't seen those videos, make sure you check out our NBA videos. And at the end of this video, I will link all the other NFL content for Week 12. But let's look at this. MVP captain, they call this the superstar. But we've got Jalen Hurts at the top. Flex spot, I think, again, with the way the pricing is, it's a little bit different. We'll go Davis Allen because it's a cheap option at $10. Allows us 23 the rest of the way. I think Goddard on the flip side of that. And then we're at $30. So we're basically A.J. Brown, Kyren Williams, and down. I think I want A.J. Brown in this one. So I've got Hurts throwing it to Goddard and Brown. I've also got Matt Stafford throwing it to Davis Allen, which a lot of people will be off of. So that's one lineup, and I don't think I can make multiple lineups on here. Yeah, I can't. It's crazy. Let's see. And there's no other, I can't reach that. So I can't enter this because I can't enter for whatever reason. But let's check out we'll build one more lineup, or a couple of lineups. We'll go Barkley for the captain. We'll go Hurts throwing it to him and handing it off. We'll also go the Eagles defense. Okay. Now we're at 2 spots available. I think Allen makes sense because he's a cheaper option. And now we've left $20 on the table, which gets us Kenny Pickett, which we're not going to use. We go down. You can go Dallas Goedert. You go Kenneth Gainwell. I think we go Goddard. So we got Barkley, Hurts, Eagles defense, Goddard. So a 4-1 stack with Davis Allen being the only other spot there. And then we'll do one more lineup because we do 3 per website here. Let's go A.J. Brown at the top. So A.J. Brown at the top. Hurts throwing to Brown. Stafford. We got 2 spots available, $13, so a very cheap option. But Stafford throwing it to Davis Allen. And then we got $16 that we can play around with. So Dallas Goedert, Eagles defense. I'm going to go Dallas Goedert as well. So that's what I've got for Sunday Night Football. Make sure you check out all the other NFL content. Make sure you check out the Monday Night Football breakdown that we will have. It might be out by the time you watch this. It might not be out till Monday morning. I have not decided yet. It'll depend on how my day goes. So that is what I've got in this video. Any questions, let us know. Good luck. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.